So when we're talking about how much glyphosate is actually on the food when we get to the food, it's going to be very, very small because it's just used during the growing season. It's not used like after the fact because there's no weeds around to kill.
I'd be curious. So some of the stuff that I had read, so glyphosate impacts like exactly what you said, the shikimate pathway, which inhibits, I believe it was tryptophan. Is either tryptophan or serotonin, right? The amino acids that were prevented, and it doesn't immediately interact with us. However, our gut microbiome has the potential, right? Is there, because they use that pathway?
So there's so little glyphosate on all of the food that we eat. So as I said, like the equivalent, so for example, the most glyphosate that you're probably going to find is on soy, which is 3 parts per million. That would be equivalent to if I were to have 3 milligrams of salt inside of a liter of water. And then I consumed about 100 to 28 milliliters. That would be like about the equivalent of like a soy product. That's like barely any salt whatsoever. So when we're talking about what's actually affecting the gut microbiome, that's not very likely unless you're like a mouse inside of a lab that's getting pumped full of glyphosate. The small, like sand grain amount of glyphosate that is on your food is probably not doing much for you.